Today's episode is brought to you by driving. It's a lot harder than it looks. Although I was only meters away from the locked resort room and had constant monitoring, I recognized that this did not make the situation safe. An influencer who left her 6-month-old baby in a hotel room while getting a massage. Insert theme song here. This is the Daily Sarcast. I give you the news and maybe a laugh. I'm Lindsay Vernick, and it's April 23rd, 2026. In real news, the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is still technically alive in the same way a dying houseplant is technically alive. Yesterday, Iran seized 2 cargo ships near the Strait of Hormuz, which is one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. The White House was essentially like, relax, those weren't our boats. Like, okay, but they were someone's. Like, imagine your neighbor setting 2 cars on fire and saying, why are you upset? They weren't yours. Meanwhile, the U.S. Navy has been blocking access to Iranian ports, and Congress is trying once again to limit Trump's war powers, and Iraq is getting financially squeezed, and fighting popped off again near the Israeli-Lebanese border. So to recap, ships are being seized, economies are being strangled, missiles are flirting, and everyone insists peace talks are progressing. This ceasefire currently has the energy of a couple posting, "We're stronger than ever," 2 days before a breakup announcement. In West Virginia yesterday, 2 people died and dozens more were treated after a hydrogen sulfide leak at a chemical plant in Nitro, which sounds fake, because of course a chemical emergency happened in a town named Nitro. Officials say the leak happened during cleaning and shutdown operations, which, that's a rough reminder that sometimes the most dangerous part of a workplace is trying to clean up before leaving. Hydrogen sulfide is a colorless gas that smells like rotten eggs and can be deadly after only a few breaths. Around 30 to 45 people were exposed, several were hospitalized, and nearby residents dealt with irritation symptoms before the surrounding air and water were claimed to be safe. It's tragic, and it's always the same question these stories always raise. Why does safety seem to become everyone's top priority immediately after disaster strikes? San Francisco now has the world's first retail store run by AI, which means humanity officially handed over commerce and immediately got too many candles. The store, called Andon Market, is managed by an AI agent named Luna, whose mission was simple: to make a profit. Instead, Luna has reportedly lost $13,000, closed the store for scheduling mistakes, stocked random mushroom books, sold toilet seat covers as merchandise, and priced pistachios like they were diamonds. Customers have to ask an iPad how much things cost because apparently price tags are too human. A mug is $28, soap is $10, a handful of pistachios is $14. But the chance to witness capitalism brought to you by AI, that's priceless. Luna says the blend of technology and warmth is resonating. I think the warmth is probably coming from the 700 unsold candles. Honestly, this might be the most reassuring AI story yet. If robots take over, there's a decent chance they'll just open a failing boutique with no signage and accidentally order bathroom supplies instead of merchandise. So I guess it turns out that we really do need humans. In Lindsay life, so as I mentioned, I'm working on this 90s show, and yesterday the cast found out that I'm a pretty bad driver, but not for the reasons that I actually am a bad driver, if that makes sense. I overheard them complaining to somebody about me driving yesterday, and I walked over and I said, yes, I know I'm a bad driver. Like, I'm very self-aware. But then they told me I drive too timid and I drive too slowly. And I was like, wait, what? I'm literally the opposite kind of driver. I'm just so nervous to drive you guys around that I'm driving so slowly. One of the cast members told me that I have many talents, and it's okay that driving is not one of a list of weird pickles I found myself in this week, and it's not even over yet. I had to learn how to make a kettle of tea. I had to wear the same outfit twice in a row because I couldn't get home. I had to stay at a hotel and be responsible for a bunch of 90s celebrities. I had to charge my dead phone in a post office 3 minutes before it closed. And I had to take one of my favorite childhood actresses to the ER and drive her from New York to Philly. Cooking tip of the day: always let your meat rest before slicing and or eating it. Feedback, comments, questions, a nice Jewish boy looking for a date? Email me at lindsay@thedailysarcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. Talk to you guys tomorrow.